Bill Shakespeare once said, "The world is a stage. Everyone wears their own mask and plays a version of the character that they believe they are." We're currently in the third act in the ongoing lawsuit between the SEC and Ripple Labs. The investigation alone has been going on for 2.5 years. As the plot thickens, here to unpack some recent findings in this ongoing debacle and to clear up some of the complicated legal jargon, put it into layman's terms. To me, it seems that the SEC is purposely fighting a losing battle. It's funny that they keep posturing against other crypto powerhouses such as Uniswap and Coinbase to distract the public from the fact that they're losing this case against Ripple. You can't just pick and choose who to go and not to go after. But in the world of political theater, the show must go on. Let's get it. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the Bit Squad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in crypto. If you like money and crypto, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. In this video, we will discuss the ongoing battle between the SEC and Ripple Labs, what this case means in the future of regulation and the rest of the crypto space, and how the outcome of this case will affect the price action of XRP in the very near future. The SEC chairman, Skeletor, also known as Gary Gensler, gave a testimony last week on Capitol Hill in front of the Senate Banking Committee, faced questions regarding crypto oversight. To build some context, Gensler spent 18 years at Goldman Sachs and taught a class at MIT on cryptocurrencies. People originally hoped that he would be an ally for the crypto industry and could have been responsible for ushering the first Bitcoin ETF. But after his comments on Capitol Hill, it's clear that he would rather see crypto regulated under the SEC, much like traditional stocks. He made it clear that he wants much more regulatory control over the industry before he entertains any new ideas. Gensler said that he's in favor of innovation, but there needs to be a regulatory method to monitor the space. Although more regulation could provide security and prevent fraud, but it would end the Wild West, he referred to several times in his testimony. He sat behind a placeholder that read, "The Honorable Gary Gensler." How honorable is this guy really? When questioned by Senator Pat Toomey from Pennsylvania, Gensler stated that even stablecoins that are always the same price may very well be securities. Stablecoins? There's no expectation of profits from putting your money into stablecoins. This guy is out of his ever-loving mind. Senator Toomey immediately pushed back, saying that stablecoins obviously don't meet the requirements of the Howey test. James K. Fallon also tweeted a schedule of upcoming events for the Ripple vs. SEC case, and he believes that the case will be closed sometime shortly after the expert discovery deadline on November 12th, although some believe it may be settled behind closed doors before that. It's important to understand that as Supreme Leader, Strategist, and Commander for the XRP Army, I'm able to see through the BS and connect the dots. Gollum Gensler may be doing speech after speech about how getting 4% interest means you're a criminal, that anything in the SEC can't regulate is probably a scam, and repeating a joke about grocery store cleanups. Just keep in mind that anything coming out of the SEC is mostly FUD, especially when it comes to XRP. The big banks are already developing XRP to handle their intra-bank transactions. Ripple Labs even tweeted an old blog post from March of this year reminding everyone of this. In the blog post, they outline how Ripple is piloting a CBDC for banks using XRPL. I'm not saying don't listen to Gary, just don't let him influence you. He used to work for Goldman Sachs. He's a pawn. He won't step out of line. I found through my sources that Goldman Sachs just filed a patent to use XRPL as their future payment ledger system. This is a coordinated FUD campaign to let the whales and the savvy retail investor accumulate XRP from Jed McCaleb at a deep discount. Because in the coming weeks, when this whole thing gets settled, it will be a bombshell. XRP will be shown that it isn't a security, and the price action from the news alone will be immense. The reverberations through the rest of the cryptoverse will make everyone's bags quite full. XRP is looking to be a dominant force in crypto, and more news backing up that claim shows up all the time. Just the other day, the extremely conservative Kingdom of Bhutan, yes, Kingdom, Bhutan is a monarchy, announced a partnership with its central bank and Ripple to create a CBDC for their currency, the Gultrum. That's a mouthful. The Royal Monetary Authority, or RMA, in Bhutan is updating the monetary system in a country known for being closed and remote, and also keeping close tabs on the tourists coming in and out of the mostly rural country. The RMA wants to keep Bhutan's green legacy intact by adopting the carbon-neutral XRP technology and at the same time enhance their ability to trade with their neighbors, China and India. Not only will an XRP-based Ngultrum give Bhutan a new way to interact with the world, but will allow them to scale up, lending and trade faster than ever. Bhutan may only have a population of less than 800,000 and a GDP less than the market cap of Kusama. This is a big win for XRP. If XRP can work at this level and with a challenging financial system such as Bhutan's, they can do pretty much anything. We've already seen XRP do well in many other Asian countries, so adding this notch in their belt is very good PR for the XRP army. Over on the Flare side of things, Flare Network has made some incredible moves over the past few days. Gala Games, a gaming token and ecosystem based on Flare blockchain, is partnering with legendary graphic novelist and storyteller Frank Miller to create NFTs to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Sin City. Miller did an interview with Brave New Coin podcast and talked about his time in the entertainment industry, his excitement for the blockchain future. In case you're not familiar with Frank Miller, his dark contrasting art style and equally dark storytelling put the comic book world on its ear when his remake of Marvel's Daredevil and DC's Batman as The Dark Knight came out in the 1980s. This NFT drop is sure to be hot. Check out frankmiller.io for more information. Super privacy-focused DeFi platform Panther Protocol is launching on the Polygon network this week, and Flare Network will be part of their launch. Panther is an end-to-end privacy DeFi that isn't just a DEX, it's a whole privacy ecosystem, wallets, mining, a DAO, and so much more. Panther is all about some zero-knowledge assets called Z assets that are untraceable, but one-to-one collateralized using the Panther token. The fact that Flare Network F assets will be part of the Panther protocol is very bullish for DeFi and is something the XRP army should be excited about. That's all I got. Be blessed. Big boy out.